Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joy and this is NX Joy. Thanks for joining me today. So today's pick a card is kind of more of a general reading. Yeah. Right now it's 7/7, so it's a portal time for the spiritual community, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a transitional energy, so I'm a little bit more on the, let's say, on the slower side. So yeah, but I still wanted to get a reading done because I really want to keep this up, and I love you guys so much. I'm very grateful for all the comments and the likes and the views and all the love that you've been sharing to me. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for this community, for letting me do what I do, and thank you for letting me read for you. Alright, without further ado, let's get into your piles. So, as per usual, this is the energy card energy checkup. So, this card will just kind of make sure that your intuition is on point. Alright, so here's the pile selection. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and then this is pile 3. I will meet you at your timestamps listed down below. See you there. Hi, pile 1. I hope you're doing well. This is your energy check-in card. Let's see what you got. And you have Shambhala initiations. It's really bright right now, so I apologize because the brightness is a little too much for the photo. We'll just bring it back down for that. Maybe I'll just zoom in on it or something. Anyways, yeah. So, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. Yeah, okay, so this kind of feels like my pile, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said in the intro, right now I'm kind of recharging and I'm taking things a little bit slower. I'm trusting that everything that I want will come to place, and that feels like you too. It feels like there are things that you have been manifesting, things that you have been really connecting with spirit, source, divine on, and really honing in on your crown chakra, heart space kind of body elements. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, you've been praying, you've been journaling, you've been speaking to the mirror about things you want to come into existence. For example, let's make this more concrete. Let's say you want to cultivate a better sense of self and you want to cultivate self-love. So how you did that is by practicing healthy talk and using the mirror as a tool to help you see yourself talking in positive ways about yourself, like complimenting yourself while you're on the mirror and just kind of being your own hype person. And through that, you've cultivated a really great sense of self. And right now you're just kind of like, oh, what's next? Oh, pile 1s, you have helped me get the title of this video. Thank you. So yeah, so this video is really just gonna be on what's next, what's going on in your life. I just saw 222, so that might be important to you. Yeah, I want to say, like, what's next, I guess, after seeing 222 is a lot of balance, a lot of harmony, a lot of relationship stability. Yeah. So right now, you're just called to continue to rest, continue to recharge. Don't feel bad about taking a day off. Don't feel bad about leaving work early. Don't feel bad about just having some you time right now, because that's what's really called for you. In terms of what's next, because, like, yeah, so, it's interesting because this card's only supposed to be about your own energy, but it's also, like, very indicative of what's about to come too, you know? There's like this feeling of spiritual elevation, so that there's like a more like a stronger sense of self. Like there's a stronger sense of confidence within yourself, and because you've been manifesting something into your life and really honing in on working with spirit. And so yeah, okay, so that sounds like you. If that sounds like what's going in and around and on your life, then this is your reading. Okay, so let's get into the reading. It's mainly going to be general messages, but because this pile was so awesome in determining what the question was for this reading in terms of what's next, we'll do that. So Spirit, Source Divine, please let the collective of Palawan know. Let Palawan know what is next in their life, and yeah, we'll keep it simple like that. We'll keep it what's next in their life. All right. Ooh. Okay, so you have the, oh my god, it's really hard to, so we're just gonna do some zooms later. We're gonna zoom in because it's really hard because of the sun right now to see any of the photos. So you have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Do I want to do it this way? Not really. Okay. So you have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And so right now, yeah, and it kind of did feel like a harmonious relationship factor will begin. Like as I was saying earlier when I said like I saw 222, it just feels like there's this balance and harmony coming into your relationships, and this new beginning that doesn't come from nothing though, because I'm really taken to the the lotus flower and the lotus flower leaves. I'm taken to the idea of, oh, this relationship has come from a very rooted place, you know? Like there's been a lot of working things out, a lot of communication building, emotional resilience, a lot of emotional work, a lot of compromising and getting to know the person and really just understanding what love is. And it feels like this new process for you, or this new phase, or like what's coming for you is like a more stable version of this relationship. But yeah, okay, so with this Nine of Wands here as well, it really highlights that there has been struggle, there has been strife, there has been, especially paired with this Ace of Cups, there has been this feeling of patience that has been coming from you in regards to this relationship, and you've had to be very patient with this person, kind of like how like an owner is with their pet, you know? Like you can't always like get too angry at your pet, but obviously there are boundaries. There is such a thing as discipline, there is such a thing as tough love, and it feels like this relationship has gone through that. But yeah, so like you're really close to having that new beginning with this person. I wasn't expecting love messages today, but okay. Anything else? You have the Eight of Pentacles and then the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah. And with the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in reverse that showed up, it really just kind of highlights the fact that you will be rewarded with this relationship. It's just making sure that you're not too like overly concerned with the petty drama kind of aspects. And believe me, I can totally get caught up in relationship petty drama because it doesn't feel petty to you, right? It feels like it's really important. It feels like it because it's important to you. And you know, it's completely normal to, you know, want to be able to be heard and want to be able to be in a relationship that's healthy, especially with a lot of media nowadays and a lot of relationship gurus and love gurus basically being like, oh, I know the secret to love. If they really loved you, like, they wouldn't ever do this or this, and if they loved you, they would do this and this. And you know, like, you know what real love is? Spending $1,000 gajillion on your significant other. You know what real love is? Like, you know, like that, like all this nonsense that people try to feed into our heads about what love is. And it can kind of like eat away at the beauty we have in front of us, and how lovely it is to really like appreciate the person you have as they are and not comparing them to what you might see around you. And yeah, it feels like you might be in a reflection stage of those times as well, because I'm really drawn to the arrow going back. So this new beginning happens when you really reflect upon yourself and how the relationship has gone through a lot of different type of challenges, and how this relationship has overcome these challenges. And it's through this reflection process that you recognize that this is your person, and like this person is a reward. Like, they will be the person that in the long run will be there for you. Again, I'm being taken back to your original card, which is retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. You both have done the work. You both are at a stage of communication where it's like, oh, like, you don't feel like you're being heard. Okay, well, like, your partner will change that. They won't fight you on it. You won't have to, like, and I think this is where the arrow and reflection comes back on, because now you're recognizing how much the relationship, how much your partner has changed, for better, for worse. But to be honest, it feels like for better. A lot of it, because of the Eight of Pentacles, it feels like for better. And the stars that I'm being drawn to in this, it feels like you both have really trusted the higher process and have given up your egos in order to make this relationship work. For example, you might have done things that you never thought you would have. Like, say, I'm going to use myself because this is the easiest one for me to come across when it comes to communication. So say like personally, I've been in a relationship where like I've done long distance, right? And with that came a lot of communication, a lot of like work, a lot of late nights, a lot of like being faithful and loyal and trusting, and you know, like, and it's a lot. But and it's something I said I would have never done, like, ever in my life, because I'm a very physical person and I know that about myself. But like, because this person was so great and was so like communicative, I can reflect upon how that has really changed, and of my opinion on what long distance is. And it's like, it's kind of like that for you too. It's like, oh, like in the relationship, there are things that you've done that you said you've never done or will ever do, but because it's this person, you've done it for them. And because of that, or vice versa, maybe they've done things that they said they'd never do. Regardless who did what or whatever, it feels like both of you will be getting your just rewards from it and getting this new beginning. And it's just there's just like a little like forewarning of not getting too caught up in the drama and the petty battles that might have, you know, come about because of this. Yeah. That's okay. Like, I think you both are doing so great, and you both are just really ready for this new beginning in your life, this really romantic beginning that's based upon a really strong foundation, and one where you can really feel steady, and one where you can really like feel balanced too. You both put in the passionate hard work. You both have really gone forth with being practical about like this, and now you're just kind of at a time where you're like, oh, okay, great, like let me just like go through the motions. Like, you might not be like in the best place with this person too. Like, you guys might be fighting right now. You both might have communication issues. You both might be bringing up childhood wounds at this point in time, but just know that it's because there is a new beginning for this relationship that's happening really soon, like really, really, really soon. And it's just about being patient and waiting and listening for the time. And you'll know when it's the time because you'll feel the shift. Okay, so how long can my pile ones? Ace of Pentacles. So it might take a bit of time. That's the thing. It still requires a bit of time, a bit of discipline for you to get what you want. But like, it's possible, like with confidence, with belief, with trust, it will happen, but especially with discipline and practicality. So how long? I don't want to... Usually pentacles are like really, really long. Like, they're usually like years, but like it didn't really feel like years. Like, it kind of felt like a month-ish. I immediately got about a month, because that's kind of how long it felt. But like, take it as it is. Like, this is a general reading, but because like it's an Ace of Pentacles, it's gonna be either 1 month, maybe even 1 year for you, for the younger crowd, or for the crowd who's a little bit more for the crowd who's a little bit more polyamorous as well, this will be about a week. Yeah. But yeah, it's about 1 week, about a month, about a year. But for the majority, about a month. So that's when this new beginning will be taking place. But yeah. But just remembering to keep a discipline of like making sure you're working towards this new beginning, making sure that you both are at the same page, that you're both like working together as a team. Okay. I kind of just want to get 2 cards just for fun. Any other messages, Spirit? No? Okay. I have a new setup right now, and I'm kind of loving it because I have so much like access to my cards. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna pull from this deck. And this will be your final message for the reading. Alright, so your final message is, you are capable, you can do this. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna end it there. You got this, and you know that. Like, this feels really, it doesn't feel too heavy. It feels really light. It feels nice. It feels kind of like, oh, like, kind of like a limbo state where it's transitioning into a new beginning. And so yeah, with that, I wish you the best of luck, my pile ones. I hope you're doing well. If you like this video, please like it. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear if this resonated, and subscribe if you wanna. Yeah, okay. Take care. Love you lots. Bye. Hey, pile 2. I hope you're doing well. So this is your energy card check-in, just to make sure that your intuition is doing what it is and making sure that you're on the right reading. So yeah, let's just get into it. Actually, let's not just get into it. Pile 1 was really amazing. Love the Pile 1 energy. Love your energy as well, Pile 2's. But they helped me kind of get clarity on the question for this video, which is what's next. So we're going to do an energy check-in, and then we're going to do kind of the question of what's next and any other information and general messages that you need to know at this time. So you have soul star activation. Right now it is really sunny, so I can't unfortunately bring it. Oh, can I? Oh, let's see. Kind of. It's kind of bright, but anyways. So you have the card of Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Okay, so I can't stop hearing the word karmic come up in my head. So this pile feels like it's dealing with, and what I really did not expect this reading to go into is relationships. And so right now you are activating a lot of your soul contracts, a lot of the things that you set out to do on this earth before you came here. If you believe in that sort of thing. Some people don't believe in reincarnation, and if you don't believe in reincarnation, I'm very surprised that you're on this video. But like, anyways, if you don't, then I want to make this inclusive. If you don't believe in that, then it's kind of like you're fulfilling lessons that you're meant to be learning on this earth, and that still sounds really like ooh sometimes. So how do I say this? You are becoming like a better person, and you're like, if you want to put it in more like layman terms, then you are becoming a better person. But for my spiritual girlies out there, your soul is really just being upgraded, and you're really learning lessons that you need to, and you're doing it with the people that you need to be doing it with. And right now I'm getting the image of Kim Kardashian like saying, oh my god, I just like missed the old version of Kanye. And so like it feels like that's what's going on with you as well. So with this person, this karmic person, this is a confirmation also that the person on your mind when you were thinking of this video and who you think of like the most is your karmic. And they're here not like it's not like a bad thing, it's also a good thing. It's a very good thing, because they're here to help you remember who you are. And I just saw the number 333, so this one is a really heart-filled, really heartwarming kind of person. Like they just like there's just so much passion and creativity, and there's just a lot of like history there. There's a lot of history there, and there's a lot of unfinished business there too. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So if you are in the energy of another person, because they're really coming up right now, then this is your reading. Yeah, you might live in the astral realm a lot of the time. You might like to get high a lot and, you know, get high all the time to get them off your minds kind of deal. Or like you might like dream a lot, you might daydream a lot, you might write a lot of stories. Like you might listen to a lot of music that reminds you of them. Like you might watch a lot of the same shows you watched with them. There's just a lot of things that you do in your day-to-day life that kind of signifies like their presence with you. So yeah. I was really called for a water break, so yeah, you might be thirsting over them, they might be thirsting over you. But regardless, that's your energy check-in. Like, so if you've been like really, I don't want to say obsessing, but like basically low-key obsessing, and that's okay, like we've all done it. So yeah, if like, and it's sometimes something we can't help. If it's something that's like really intrusive too, and you continually try to like not indulge in those thoughts, then like you're getting psychically attacked, my friend. And just know that. Just know that, and know that someone's thinking of you all the time if you think of someone and you don't want to be thinking of them. That's the thing. You like sometimes like you want to be thinking of them, obviously, but if you're like in a scenario where you're like, why am I even thinking of them? Like let's say you're out doing the most random thing. You're having a lot of fun with your friends outside. Like say you're at the park with your friends and you're still thinking of this person. It's like, it's not because you want to be thinking of them, because you want to be present with your friends. It's just because they're literally just thinking of you. So anyways, yeah. Just know that this is your karmic, and know that this is someone who is here to help you understand who you are as a person better. Yeah. So let's go into the question of what's next. Okay, so you have Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. It came out reversed, but I didn't feel like that's what I wanted to do, so I let it be upright. I feel like you might be getting more clarity on this particular situation, or this like, it feels like you're gaining your head back on your shoulders when it comes to this person. It feels like you're taking off your rose-colored glasses. It feels like you're putting in some new contacts and you're seeing this person for who they are. So with that, you're not like, and this can be for good or bad, you know what I mean? Like it could also be like, oh, you're seeing this person and like you're taking back your claws, you know, you're cutting back your claws, you're like manicuring your emotional states when you think about them, because you have a better grasp and a better way of dealing with those emotional states when it comes up, you know? Like say you're doing a task and you really don't want to be like in their energy, like you no longer get mad at yourself for being in their energy. You're a lot more knowledgeable and you're a lot more mature when it comes to how you emotionally handle this, and you don't take it out on yourself. You're just kind of like, oh, this will pass. This is a time that will pass for me. Moon. So you also have the Moon card. Yeah, and because the cat is looking directly at the dog that's supposed to represent like, actually is it? I don't know. No, yeah, okay, well anyways, because the cat's looking at the dog that's a little bit more like confident, a little bit more like closer to the Moon, the dog that's a lot more like assured of itself. Like it feels like you are tapping into a side that's a lot more intuitive, a lot more emotionally stable, one that doesn't like react. Like you're no longer operating from a state of fear when it comes to this person. You're just operating from a state of love. And like with that, there can be times where you protect yourself and you protect your emotions, and it's like you no longer let them step on you, you know, you no longer like, because you have so much like history and love for them, it's you don't like bend over backwards to do things for them, you know, like you know what I mean, like you want to be in a relationship that's more like reciprocal, and that's and what you deserve. And so like you're kind of just stepping into that time. I believe this is the Two of Swords, but I always, I'm sure, so give me a second. Yeah, okay, so that is the Two of Swords. Yeah, so basically you're widening your perspective when it comes to this relationship as well. And you're just kind of viewing it in a more objective, more like rational, something that has like a head on their shoulders, you know what I mean? Like your head's no longer in the clouds, it's like it's brought back down to earth. And like this person to you, like you still have a lot of like care and love for them, but like you're not gonna like be in bed the whole day because you're thinking about them, you know, like you know. Okay, so last messages on what's next. Divine Source Spirit, what's next for my pile twos? You have the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Wands. What's next for my pile twos? Okay, well, like, that's all else doing that, so we're not gonna mess with it. Yeah, okay, so basically with all these Wands cards, and, you know, like, just making sure, like, I have everything, all the messages. I like to like look at all the book messages as well to see if there's any more like messages for you. Anyways, so what I'm getting is that very similar, is that there's a big perspective change and a big perspective shift that needs to happen with you in order for you to get the thing that you want. I don't know, there's just like, there's no like specificity on what you want. It's something that you find is very entertaining to you, like something that you like are a little like you have to make the choice to get, but like it feels like you might have sacrificed something in order to get this. I don't know what this thing is, but whatever you want when it comes to like your life right now, let's say you want a job promotion, let's say you want to see this person again, like like whatever it is, just know that it's coming to you. As long as you can open your perspective and shift it so that you choose for it to come into your life. You know, like, how do I put this concretely? Concretely, this is like, if you wanted the job promotion, but you never asked your boss for the promotion, how will they ever know that you wanted the promotion, right? So it's about working with spirit here and about working with source divine in order to get what you want. But once you make that decision and once you really like put your foot forward, you will get what you want, because it's a very clear message here. It's like, oh, this promotion is amazing, and you're talking to it with your boss. Like, let's say you want a promotion. Okay, let's say you want a promotion, you know, and so you worked really hard on it, and you sacrificed your nights, or you sacrificed your weekends, or you just like put in a lot of work in order to get that, and now you are tasked with a decision because the boss was talking to everyone about this new promotion, being like, hey, there's a new opening for this job position. And so now you are tasked with the mission to be like to your boss, hey, this is the work I've been doing. This is why I want this position. Here are my qualifications. You should hire me for this. You should promote me. And then later on, like, there's just like a universal confirmation of it coming to you with this Six of Wands here. It's like, yeah, you'll be able to get that thing, you know? Okay, other scenario. Say you want to contact this person again, and you're just like, hey, like, you have to, like, in order for you to do that, you have to turn your back to another person. Like, let's say you like break up with your boyfriend or something like that, or girlfriend or person or non-binary pal, you know, like you break up with your SO, and then now you have the opportunity to talk to this other person that you want to talk to, and then like but you're really scared to do it. You're just like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna like reject me or not, but you do it anyways. You'll get it, you know. That's kind of like the message that's coming through for you. Yeah, so my dear pal twos, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, why not? We did this for pal one, so let's do it for you too. We're gonna get a little therapist message. Oh, okay, so for your therapist message, you have anxiety lies. There's no doom incoming, and you're managing everything just fine. Yeah, so, and hey, you matter, thanks for existing. Yeah, and I think that's like, those are really good summations for this, like, for this reading, because it's like, oh yeah, like having the perspective of you mattering and you being here, it will really help you achieve the goals you want to achieve, and like, you know, it'll help you just like get what you want to get. Okay, so yeah, thank you for listening, pal twos. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you clarity on the situation you're going through right now. I love you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, or evening, wherever you might be in the world. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile threes. I hope you're doing well. If you've chosen this card, then we are gonna look into your energy and check in to see if your intuition was on point. So this reading kind of deals with the question of what's next in your life, because I've personally been feeling very transitional lately. That's why there's a lot of transitional videos up right now. But anyways, so let's get into your reading. You have the card Crown Chakra Upgrade. It's really bright right now, so I don't think you'd be able to see that, but anyways. So your energy is the crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Ooh, interesting. So I have a couple of things. So at face value, this is my spiritual pile who's going through a very spiritual awakening right now. Or like, this is like, but it feels like it's not your first spiritual awakening. It's like you've gone through it before. This is like, it's nothing new to you. It's just happening again. And this time it feels like it might have been caused by a heartbreak, whether that be through a romantic relationship, through friendship, through family relationships, or even like public relationships, like at your work or your school, or like stuff like that, like, you know, like, or at like a bar or like a coffee shop that you go to all over the place. You just got heartbroken over something, like maybe your favorite coffee shop just closed down, or maybe you had to move schools, or like your friends are just the worst and they didn't do the best thing, and like, no, you're no longer friends with them, you know, like they're like, it's some sort of heartbreak that happened within you, but that helped you really experience this new shift in terms of upgrading your crown chakra, upgrading to see a more spiritual route that's intended to you, for people and for places to be in your life the way it's meant to be. And that sounds so cheesy, and I know it sounds cheesy, but like, sometimes people aren't meant to stay in your life forever, and like, that's something about the human experience that's just kind of so heartbreakingly beautiful, is that like, living in the moment, living in the present is so special, is so enjoyable, because it's something you can never get back in terms of experience. And that's why we have so much emphasis on the forever aspect of things, but like, that's not possible. So like, there's just like this huge amount of depth that's coming to you when it comes to your perspective and seeing why things happened the way it did, you know, like, you're appreciating the relationship or the places that you used to go to a lot more now, and a lot more with like, with looking back at it and reflecting fondly, you know, not being upset about it, not being mad, but there's just like this grace and this trust about this change in your life. And yeah, it's just very eloquent. It feels like, yeah, it feels like you're going through that kind of lesson and that kind of spiritual upgrade, because that's not an easy lesson to really like go through, being able to like end a relationship or end a place, or like a like, endings in general aren't an easy thing. So being able to transition from this place so gracefully as you did is very impressive. Yeah. Okay, so if that's your energy, then this is your reading. Okay. So what is next for my pile 3s? You have the 7 of Swords. You have Strength in reverse. What's next for my pile 3s? What's next for my pile 3s? You have the 10 of Wands in reverse. have the King of Wands upright. And you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun in reverse. Okay, and I want to get this one before we end it. And then you also have You Are Enough. Today, tomorrow, always. Oh, that's beautiful. It feels like you no longer are settling for a seat at the table where you have to beg for another person's approval. It feels like there is someone in your midst who is trying to like take advantage of you, and they, because of your kind-hearted nature and because you're so beautiful and lovely and nice and sweet, they didn't think that you would care, to be honest, that they would step all over you. But like right now, what's next is that you'll be given the opportunity to really like pull back from the relationship and really like have your inner strength be shown, because you'll just be in a space where you'll just be content being by yourself, and this person won't expect it, basically. Yeah, so taking control right now, and taking advantage of this opportunity of kind of distancing yourself with this person who's taking advantage of you is really like gonna give you happiness. You know, the Sun in reverse is just it being a little bit delayed. So it feels like it's only delayed until you like take action towards this person, or non-action, taking action by non-action, if that makes sense as well. Like, for example, like if you're the one who usually reaches out all the time, don't just pull back your energy, and you'll see if they're your real friend or not. You know, like if they're not communicating to you the way you need or they should be, and if they're like really flaky with you, then like honestly, like it's not your fault if you pull away. You're doing your own thing, you have your own life, and you deserve to be happy. You know, like you are enough today, tomorrow, always. And don't let this person's energy, don't let this person in terms of how they treat you dictate that, because it feels like there's this ending that comes with this person, and that's really hard because it is someone who you probably really loved and cared about. But just know that they are someone who is taking advantage of you, and they did not have your best interest at heart, unfortunately. And it felt like you might have been putting in more work, or like it felt a little bit more like one-sided. And yeah, this is your chance. So what's next for you is your chance to take this opportunity and to cultivate your inner strength, and to really like put in your boundaries, or like really like stop trying to like work so hard at this connection, and putting in that effort towards yourself and into what you want and what you love. And that's what's really gonna help you achieve like this beautiful like harmony and peace within you. Because it feels like we started off the reading with like the heartbroken part, right? So like it feels like that will really be mended when you do this for yourself, you know? Yeah. So yeah, it's up to you. And again, if this is someone you really want to keep in your life, like, and you're just someone who's like super forgiving and super loving, and you just kind of want to like pull back and then like have a lesser intense relationship with, just know that like that's totally possible. Just like being able to communicate what you want is going to be very helpful being diplomatic and cordial in how you describe things to this person, and like why you're pulling back, if you even need to say anything to them, because some of you don't need to say anything at all. You can just pull back your energy and see how they react to you. But yeah, if you do need to say anything and have that conversation, just know if you do it diplomatically, like, I don't think the relationship's gonna be ruined. I think it's gonna be fine, you know? But just know that right now, like, that's all Spirit, Source Divine wanted you to know, is that, like, you're going through a really big upgrade right now, spiritually learning the lessons of what endings are, especially, and you have this divine connection with Source, and you're having this spiritual upgrade because it's highlighting the people in your life and who's taking advantage of you and who's not, and who's like, who has your best interest in mind, and how you should treat them accordingly. Okay, yeah. So if you had someone on your mind when you're thinking about that, let me know who it is. I certainly did. So I'm going to be keeping that in my little pocket here. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in this reading and letting me read for you. I love doing that. I'm sorry that this message was a little bit like, you know, a little bit more like, it's not my favorite message to give out, to be honest, but like, just know you deserve better, and you deserve people that want the best for you. And you know, like, and if this is someone you really love and care for, maybe they're just at a time and place where they just really need to be focusing on themselves, and this is just another message of you doing the same for you. Yeah. Anyways, I love you so, so much, my bundle of joy. Thank you for listening. If you made it to the end, please give a like, please comment if you want to share anything. I love reading your comments, and subscribe if you feel like it. Yeah, so I hope you have a great rest of the day, night, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.